makes a good color print? And how do we use the basics of Photoshop to achieve the desired results? The dirty little secret is whether you're using the full version or the Elements version, you're only going to use a small portion of the program. If it's the full version, maybe 10%. The Elements program, maybe 20 or 25%. Unless you're into flashing and rotating text and putting iguana heads on little kids or whatever, you know, you're probably not going to need a lot of that kind of stuff. As a photographer, all you want to do is make this your digital enlarger, right? Okay. If you don't, then we'll talk later. All right, so that's the question we need to ask ourselves. What makes a good print, and how do we use the basics of Photoshop to achieve the desired results? So you'll notice on page 3, there's a little chart halfway down on the right-hand side. What are the basic elements of a good color print? You'll also see the tool associated with how you should be adjusting your image. At least the way I teach it, this is what I suggest. Today, we are only going to cover the first 4. We're not going to talk about sharpness. We're not going to talk about cropping. We're not going to talk about touch-up. We're not going to talk about any of that stuff. All we're going to concentrate on is contrast and color. And that's it. One of the things that you'll notice, let me go back a second. You'll notice that the very last of the basic elements is impact, feel, creativity, the wow factor. One of the things that as a judge we look for is that wow factor. What makes that photograph unique? What makes it stand out from everything else? So if you go to page 4, and again, this is not really germane to what we're talking about, but it's such good material that I thought I'd bring it up. And I know that Mark last time was talking about a lot of the stuff in your camera. Well, this will tell you what to do with your give you a basic idea on what makes a photograph stand out. And the wow factor, sometimes you can do that in Photoshop, but most of the time that needs to be that's from good photography. Okay, so I would encourage you to go read his full article. This is also a magazine that I write for at apogeephoto.com. The link is right here, and Jim also writes for this. This is an excellent article, but you can see that there's 5 points that make a photograph unique, and I'll let you guys spend time with that later. Again, it's not germane to what we're talking about, but I think you'll find it absolutely fascinating. In fact, I know Mark was talking about iPhones earlier. I'm using my iPhone a lot now, and I'll find that when I'm shooting something, particularly my grandkids, I don't shoot it at eye level. I change the vantage point. I'll get down on my knees and I'll shoot it from up, or I'll shoot it from down because my training is in photojournalism, so I'm used to shooting down. So think of those things when you're trying to make a photograph unique.